I wanted to ask you about a very important question and a topic. I want to talk about Zionism. There's a lot of misunderstanding about Zionism. When I think about your family's history and how much they were committed to Zionism, I can't think of a better person to ask to explain about this word and how Israel's Arab neighbors and generally everyone outside of Israel should think about Zionism. How would you describe it to them?
I'm very glad you asked this question. And yes, you're right. There's a lot of misunderstanding, misrepresentation of this notion. Essentially, Zionism is a national movement of the Jewish people. The Jewish people have the right, like any other people, to self-determination in their own ancestral homeland. We've been tied to this land for thousands of years, and the Jewish people have that right like any other nation. Now, part of the misunderstanding stems from the fact that some people, when they look at what's called Judaism, they look at it, or they define it only in religious terms, as a religious community. However, I think the Jewish people are unique in the sense that they define themselves not only in religious terms, but also in national terms, as a people. We have Jewish peoplehood. And also in cultural terms as well. And that's unique to Judaism. Ultimately, it's a choice of every Jew how he wishes to define himself. Is it only along religious lines? Is it along national lines as well, and so on? You have today, in the state of Israel, millions of Jews who define themselves as Jews not only in religious terms, but also in national terms. They are part of the Israeli nation, of the Israeli state. Our state is a nation state of the Jewish people and a democracy where everybody has a right to vote and express themselves and build parties. We have an Islamist party in our Knesset, unlike many actors in the region who forbid that. We have that in Israel. This is the expression, the embodiment of the national movement of the Jewish people, and whoever denies that denies the Jewish people the right that every other nation on earth possesses.
There's Bani Israel, which is the term that is about the people of Israel in the Quran, which is mentioned more than 40 times. And, you know, this is something to kind of reference even in Muslim history, in the Holy Quran. The people of Israel is something that is known historically in the region.
I just want to say, when we talk about Israeli Arab normalization or breaking through to peace with Saudi Arabia, it's not only Israeli Arab peace. It's also about the relations between Jews and Muslims. I think it's beyond that. And historically, we've had great relations. We're very close. We live in the same region. We ultimately all believe in the same God. We may call this God different names, but we believe in the same God. And we're part of family.
And like you said, there's the history that also stands to tell people, and hopefully more of that education will be brought to light. Now to the speed round. Are you ready, Ambassador Herzog?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. It seems that every Israeli has a nickname. Your brother, President Yitzhak Herzog's nickname is Bougie. What is yours?
Well, some people call me Mikey.
Mikey, okay, awesome. Your wife, Shireen Herzog, who is also a lawyer, and you guys are known to be in a power couple. You both share another thing in common, which is your love for music. You play the flute and she sings. Can you tell me what is your favorite song together to either listen to or sing?
First of all, I'm not a great singer. I always say that she's a great singer, but on average, we're okay between her and me. But I think my favorite song is Jerusalem the Golden. It's a song that was written just before the Six-Day War in 1967. It was about the yearning of Israelis to go back to Old Jerusalem, which was conquered in 1949. And a few weeks later, the war broke out when we were besieged by Arab armies, and we did go back to our, historical places in Jerusalem.
you were not a diplomat, what would you be?
What I would really like to be, I don't know if I will ever be, is a novelist. I once worked many years ago as a research assistant of a very famous novelist. It just, gave me the sense of desire to write myself. I like writing, and that was always my dream. One day write a great novel. So I don't know if I'll do it, but that was my dream.
All right, you never know.
Yeah.
What is the best advice you received and from whom?
Actually, a very famous Jewish philosopher and rabbi and leader who used to teach me when I was a young kid. He taught me that ultimately, we believe in God and He is in providence and all that, but ultimately we just can't sit back and hope that God will deliver for us. It is up to us. He will help us if we take matters in our own hand and be proactive and go out and try and achieve our goals. But if we sit back and just pray and say, okay, God will deliver, it's not going to happen.
What is the one thing everyone should know about Israel?
Israel is the most diverse country. It's a small country, but so diverse. This kaleidoscope of religions, communal sects, immigrants and all that. You have one of the most diverse countries across the globe. We have from the very ultra-religious to the most secular people. You have everything in this small piece of land. I think it's great.
Can you share with us a few words of wisdom or advice to our young audience in the MENA region today?
I would say that young people in the region should look at the future and ask themselves, how are we going to contribute to improving the well-being of our generation and the future? Basically, if you look at the region, it's a struggle between forces who want to take us back to the dark ages. Do not just sit back and do nothing. It's up to you to shape the future. So take matters in your own hand and just do it.
Thank you so much, Ambassador Herzog, for this great conversation, and would love to have you in the future to celebrate more advancements and all of the things that we've talked about.
Thank you very much. Shukran jazilan.
Shukran la'alak. Can we say yalla together?
Yeah.
To the camera? 1, 2, 3.
Yalla.
Yalla.